mom came into the room and she's like, look at my phone. And then I couldn't see it, so I had to look at mine. I'm like, oh.
I can't bet against Tom Brady. I have the Bucks winning 31-27 and Tom Brady going to his 10th championship.
Yeah, and I really think the Clippers' chance to win the championship was last year. And they were up 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets.
Chris Paul is one of the most underrated players of all time. He's been the best player wherever he goes, and that includes with the Rockets.
You said you can't bet against Tom Brady, and as a Cowboys fan and what I just did last weekend, I am not going to bet against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I mean, that's all I can really say. There's two of the top 5 players in the league, and they are very, very good.
Hello, I'm Taylor Hearn, and you listen to The Outsiders' Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. You know, it's the middle of the regular season right now, but we're going to take it back a little bit. 2 seasons ago was around the Juan Soto speculation, the trade from the Nationals. He got traded to the Padres. This was an issue Austin and I were and that's the man, of course, joining me, Austin. It was a trade that we were debated. I said they should do it, and we decided to come up with points to grade this trade. Now, of course, for everyone listening, Juan Soto is now in the Yankees. We ended it. So Juan Soto, we'll go into the points, but my part is Juan Soto, I have 226 games with the Padres, including the playoffs. It was 7.2 WAR. I ended up getting 135 points, and that is based off the wild card win, a division win, an all-star appearance for the Padres, a Silver Slugger Award. He was first in walks and first in game played. He had played 162 games. So those are all the points. We did this in a separate video explaining the points that we did. Now, to explain the prospect side, Austin.
Yeah, so Kevin, if I remember correctly, you really like this trade for the Padres, right?
Yes, I was in favor of give whatever, go trade for Soto.
And I was completely against it.
Yes.
And this is kind of, it's proven me right a good bit, even though right now, technically speaking, I have no points because the guys haven't won any awards or gotten any all-star recognition or any of that stuff. The WAR, right now it's tied 7.2, so we won't get that 500 points to either person. So right now Kevin's winning. But tomorrow I could have those 500 points and it would be over because Soto can't get any more WAR with the Padres. The 4 prospects that I ended up choosing back when we did this a year and a half ago or whenever we did it was C.J. Abrams, James Wood, Robert Hassel, and Mackenzie Gore. And I fully expect to end up winning it, but it's been tough for the Padres. They've made a lot of moves. Kevin and I said that we believe they're going in the right direction, picking up guys like Dylan Cease and Luis Arias, while also getting rid of some other guys like Soto, who they've now traded away. But this was a big loss. They lost a lot of their big prospects. C.J. Abrams and Mackenzie Gore especially were supposed to be very good, and they have been this year and years previous, and that's why they've already racked up 7.2 WAR in their combined in that time. But this is what happens when you go all in. When you go in for a World Series, sometimes it can be very, very costly, and you don't get much from it.
Yeah, I agree, and that's kind of why we went into this, because we were on so different sides, and we were both passionate about that side. These guys were the future, and that future's not promised. You had Juan Soto now, and he did contribute for the Padres. They just weren't able to put it together to get that ultimate goal. They did get an NLCS appearance, however, it's not a championship. So it looks tough given that I thought they would have this year, but they traded him prematurely. And we decided not to grade that. We'll have to see what the Nationals do, and that's why I like this video, because we can see what's happening. They have 7.2 WAR right now. I think maybe James Wood might be called up soon. I've been hearing that, but C.J. Abrams and Mackenzie Gore have been key parts to this Nationals team as they're trying to rebuild their team.
I think it's fair to say that at this point, looking back at it, the Nationals have won this trade. But I do understand what the Padres were going for. I just thought the price was too high because I knew these prospects, especially like I said, Gore and Abrams, were supposed to be maybe not generational, but definitely supposed to be all-star caliber players. And that's when you get multiple of those guys, it's sometimes worth more than just Juan Soto, especially when he was not guaranteed to stay with your team any increased amount of time.
Yeah, that's a good point. It definitely did not work out for the Padres because the goal in trading for Soto was getting at least a World Series appearance, if not a
Well,
World.
the goal is to win a World
Yeah,
Series.
the
You don't
goal
make
was
a
to
trade
win.
like that not
Yeah,
to.
you could kind of fight over it like, okay, they made it to the World Series. They didn't even make it to the World Series, so this is what really hurts them. And in addition to that, the prospects are doing well. So that's good on the Nationals for asking that price. So yeah, it does not look good looking back on that trade. But we may see what happens in like future trades where this could be a thing of someone else being on board. But yeah, I was still in favor of there really it was kind of going tomorrow and I like the idea of going all in, but it just didn't work out, which is the way it can happen sometimes.
Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna stay on my side of the argument. Not that the price was too heavy, but to each their own, and we'll see how this ends up shaking out. It could even be worse of a trade if some of these guys become Hall of Fame or multi-time All Stars.
Yep. I'll definitely take the L on the trade. But I like the idea of doing it, but it just didn't work out in this instance. So since you're most like since it's only a few more days, and the problem is my points are done for the people listening. Austin can keep accumulating points as long as all four of these guys, as at least that one of these guys is still on the Nationals. So that really handicaps me. So I'll take the L, and the man that won will let him close it out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know which side are you on. Did you think it was a good trade at the time, or were you on my side where I thought it was too expensive? And please catch you in our next video.